So now that you guys know a little bit about like the way that we do keto, I want to kind of get into this topic, and we've talked a little about keto purist versus like not the lazy keto or the regular keto people who are kind of in the middle. Um, so what I want to talk about a little bit, I don't want to spend too much time because I don't want to like turn this into a negative fest, but I do want to address something I've been wanting to address on my channel personally, and that is bullying or shaming or food policing in the keto community. And so, do you want to talk about any of your experiences at all?
Be glad to actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a part of several different communities aside from the keto and low carb community, and you've got those people in every community that are like, this is the way it's done, and um, they don't like it. So when I first started, doing a low carb keto, I joined all these groups because I wanted, on Facebook for, just to see what was going on and see how people were doing things. And I just came across so much. People would be like, hey, is this keto friendly? An issue of, if it fits in your macros, yeah, it could totally be keto friendly. But you would have people be like, you're just not ready for keto. You need to just wait until you're ready to give up the blah, 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 whatever it may be. And going off on
like told you you're not ready.
Yeah.
You're not ready for your own choice.
Like not ready to. Yeah, I'm not. Because of the fact, because it was actually, I had posted a thing about binging because I was having trouble with binging, and maybe you're not ready for keto, and this may not be the plan for you. So I could have taken that part and been like, okay, whatever. And then so in other groups, yeah, I left that group. But anyway, in other groups, people would be like, the group moderator, the group owner would be like, I'm giving up dairy. So there should be no talk about dairy in this group ever again. Dairy is horrible, and if you're on keto, you shouldn't be having dairy. Guess what? It gets inflamed by dairy. Usually people who get inflamed by dairy are eating carbs as well, in my experience. So, it's such a matter of like, is coming to you for advice on a lifestyle change such as this, why sit there and turn them away from it because they don't know what they're doing or they have questions?
Mm-hmm.
Why turn them away because they're having a struggle? Help them and show them that they could do this too. I mean, logically that makes sense to me, but I see a lot of people, and not the strongest willed of people, I could have easily just been like, all right, screw it, I don't care anymore. But I just don't understand. I am very impressed with Lost and the lifestyle changes they have made, but when those people turn around then and go, you have to do this the way I say, or not at all, like, no, that's not how any of this works.
Yeah, exactly. So with me, it wasn't my experience personally, but someone else's experience, and I'm not gonna name names or anything because but I was in a group, and
I was having a struggle not naming names, though.
yeah, and I really want to name this person's name because this person is very well known in the community, and I think I actually know for a fact you and I are speaking about the same person.
Yep.
So this person, the same person that told Amber that she's not ready for this plan, I was in this person's group, and somebody, I was just scrolling through, and somebody said, that they were, they had paid an exorbitant amount of money to take this vacation. How could they if they cheated, how could they get back on plan? And if they didn't cheat, like what could they do to be keto friendly? Well, not only did this person's admin start talking crap, but the actual person who owned the group started talking crap. And like they were so harsh. Like I took pictures of their comments because I never want to forget this, because I know what it is like to be a food policeman. And this is a good reminder that that is somebody I don't want to be. I was floored. I was absolutely floored by this person's response to a simple question from somebody who was trying to stay on their journey but knew that something was arising that might jeopardize it. Rather than work with this person to try to come up with ways for them not to cheat, quote unquote, or, to help them out, immediately they resorted to calling her way of thinking stupid and bullying her and shaming her for a question. Now, I have seen this in other groups, and it is after this that I started Our Kind of Keto, which is my group. And it is built on the pillar of no food shaming or no policing. Look, the reason that a lot of us came to this diet, and I'm guessing, well, a lot of us came to this diet, is that we have issues with food. That's why a lot of people change their diet. That's why a lot of people change their lifestyle. That's why a lot of people do this kind of stuff. So obviously we're having issues. Otherwise, we would just be eating the same old crap like everyone else, and being thin. When someone joins a group, more often than not, they join for support, and they join for guidance and a community. I know that's why I joined groups, and that's why I joined YouTube, because it's a lot harder when you're doing it completely in isolation. Now, it's nice to be able to go to your peers and say, hey, this is what's happening to me, or this is or what I'm thinking about eating. Is it macro friendly or whatever? Is it keto friendly? You don't join a group to be belittled or bullied or shamed. Like, am I wrong here? Because
you're not. And I mean, the thing is that wrong. And the thing is that I mean, I've even listened to very popular podcasters be like, hey, if you're in a situation where you need to eat some food and all that's nearby is a McDonald's, go in there and get 2 sausage muffins and take the muffin off and eat the sausage and call it good.
Exactly. And so I mean I get that where people were coming from, where they want to do a pure keto diet and they want to eat only grass-fed and eat this, that, and the other. I get that. I understand that. But what's right for you, what's affordable for you, may not be affordable for somebody else. And if someone's new and they have a question, they should be able to ask it freely and without fear of being bullied. So in response to all of this hoopla over this one comment, I mentioned in the group that I'm basically terrified to post because I'm new to keto and I don't want to post something that's going to get me bullied. And I spoke about it. Like I spoke on what happened. So there was a great deal of support for what I said. So a lot of people I know believe the way that I do. Well, I was subsequently had my post taken down, and I was blocked and deleted from the group. So nice, very nice, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But it's just, I just couldn't believe that somebody was that cruel to somebody who was asking for advice and support. Now, what I honestly do have a problem with is if somebody comes to keto or comes to ketogenic groups who has done no research and they basically want everyone else to do the research for them. Like, hi, what is this diet? What do you do? Or,
right.
Or, hi, I want to eat this chocolate cake, and I want to eat it all. Can I do that on a ketogenic diet, like right now? And they've it's pretty clear that they've done no research at all. It kind of irks me because if it's your chosen lifestyle, you need to do the research for it. You need to watch the YouTube videos, read the websites, read the books, do what you gotta do to find out if this diet is right for you. Because it isn't right for everybody, you know? Some people are really in the old ways of thinking that low fat is better. So, you know, you need to do your own personal research and not depend on others to do it for you. Now, if you have a kind of question like, you know, oh, I accidentally ate a little too much over my macros or whatever, you know, that's different. But, like, if you've done no research at all, people are going to know and they're going to tell you something like, Google it. Because they want you to do your own research, or because just because some person has information, it doesn't mean that there's not conflicting information or conflicting studies, and it doesn't also mean that they don't have all the information. So it's better that you take your own notes and study on the diet yourself. There's still no reason for anyone to be belittled, bullied, or shamed, but, you know, you should do the research on your own. And do you have any more to add to that?
Think so. I mean, I saw it, you know, on those Facebook groups, and I also saw it in communities, and some other people had started new Facebook groups based off of that. But yeah, I mean, really, you just got to do what's right for you. If you have a question, you know, and if somebody gives you crap about it, then send to their answer. Like, just don't. I mean, because coming from a place of, I don't even know what you call it, bullying, whatever, just a-holishness.
Or they are just angry that they want the crap and they can't have it. And they're not ready to be a leader or on this diet themselves. You know, it could be that they're projecting, you know what I mean? So a lot of times you get people who are just projecting their anger or their food frustrations onto other people. And if you're somebody who has been belittled or shamed in the community, just take that into consideration and seek out people who are fostering, you know, good eating habits and good mental well-being habits as well. And that's also what I talk a lot about on my channel, is it's not just your body. You can be like a slender, beautiful person on the outside, but you could be butt-ass ugly in the inside because you have not taken care of your mind.